everyone, welcome back to Suero TV. I'm Dr. Akpata, your usual host with the most. Yes, so I promised weekly I'm going to be making a series concurrently with the ones that I've been helping you with, basically interviewing different experts from different industries. For me, alone, maybe sometimes with a guest, we'll see. I'll be basically making a series about how to help you as a business owner to get your books in order, right? This is your financials or your books, meaning your bookkeeping in order. But must I stress that it's very important for you as a business owner to make sure that you get a proper accountant to do the books for you. But as a business owner as well, it's very important to understand your books. As an accountant, when I come in and you've hired me to help you with your books so that we can file your taxes, or we just to get you in order so that you can get audited, when I come in, I would like you to be in order and everything else is in order. Hence the point of this series. I'm going to be teaching you how to do that. All right, how can you get yourself in order to prepare for us to come in? And also in the process, while we're doing this series, I'm also going to show you and tell you what questions to ask me when I presented the financials to you and say, here are your financial, ma'am or sir, and you should be able to read them and interpret them and ask me questions, right? And you need to be able to also ask me questions and ask for things that you need from me as your accountant. All right, so that's when the series is continuing. But for today, last week we talked about customer invoicing and coding and the importance of separating your personal bank account from the bank, from the company bank account. Very important to separate those two. You should be paying yourself a salary. Do not treat your business as if it's paying your personal expenses at the same time. It will just drain the company. All right, so it's best that you pay yourself a salary and then that salary can cover your home expenses. All right, so now today we're going to be talking about supplier invoices as well as bank statements. All right, what is the importance on how you're going to file them, and what are supplier invoices, and what are the bank statements for the business, and why you need to have them always. All right, first we'll start with supplier invoices. What are supplier invoices? Supplier invoices are invoices from who as a business you are buying from. Okay, it doesn't matter who it is. It just, as long as you are paying that person money to supply you with something, that is your supplier, and they should always invoice you. All right, so let me give you an example of what a supplier could be for different types of businesses. My business, for instance, I'll give an example, as a firm, as a financial coaching firm or an accounting firm, who are basically my suppliers. My suppliers could be, are stationery. I need stationery. For example, I'll need paper for printing. I will need, highlighters, because, we do a lot of accounting. We need highlighters, we need calculators, we need shredders for us to shred some information. Those are our basic, things that we need for the business, as well as laptops, printers. Those are the things that we need for the business. So whoever is supplying us with that is our supplier, and they should always invoice us. All right, as well as sometimes let's say now an example of a company that you could be your supplier, that another example of a company besides mine, that who other suppliers are, it could be a food business. For example, if you are a catering business or you're a cooking business, who are your suppliers? Your suppliers are the people who are supplying you with the food. All right, it could be the people who are also supplying you with the cooking utensils. Now, who else can be your suppliers besides those obvious ones? If you need, even the grocery store guys are your suppliers if you buy from them at times. If you actually go to a Spar, or you go to a Choppies, or you go to a Pick and Pay and you buy something quickly for the business, those are your suppliers. Even when you're actually at the point that you need, maybe you guys are working really hard, or you're working overtime, you need to be buying food for your team, that those invoices have to be kept safe. All right, so now from there, how you've actually now kept your supplier invoices. Why is it important for you to keep your supplier invoices? It's very important to keep your supplier invoices because whatever money that you're spending has to have what you call a source document. What is a source document? The proof that indeed this money was invoiced. Okay, when there's money coming out of the bank and you pay me, or for example, I should have invoiced you for you to pay me, and there should be proof that indeed Suero Consulting has invoiced you to pay me. Alright, so when an audit comes from BRS, because BRS does come for audits, guys, for any small businesses. Alright, so when you do or any auditor comes in, or anybody just wants to understand your bookkeeping, you need to be able to say, okay, when BRS or whoever asks you, where is this payment going, 20,000 coming out of your account, you should be able to say, this was this company. Okay, can we please see the invoice for that company? You need to be able to pull it out. Very important that you have your invoices properly filed. All right, now how can you file your invoices properly and ensure that they are always organized? Make sure you just get an ARC lever file, a simple ARC lever file dividers. On it, it can be file dividers by months, and then every single month, for example, if you have traded or bought some stuff in January, make sure all the invoices for January go into the January part of the file divider, right? February invoices, March, etc., etc. Now, the very important factor that I've also observed with many of my clients is that they would buy from the grocery stores or whatever. Those invoices have a tendency to fade over time. All right, the receipts, the receipts that you get from the grocery stores or for the stores that don't give you proper A4 invoices, they have a tendency to fade. So what I normally advise my clients is make a copy of those invoices so that they are on proper printing paper. Therefore, then we can be able to see what have you bought and it hasn't faded. So make sure you make a copy of them. Since they're small, you can actually even make probably like 6 of them or 4 of them in one paper and then file them under where you need to put them. All right. So another thing that now we have filed our invoices properly, what does it mean now? All right, now what it means is that once you file those properly, when I come in, I need to stress a point that you need to always get yourself an accountant to help you with your books. All right, make sure that everything of yours is filed properly, your customer invoices as well as your supplier invoices. So when I come in as Lorato and I say, all right, so you need help with your books, can I please see your invoices? Can I please see your customer invoices as well as your supplier invoices? You need to be able to say, here you go, Lorato, thank you, thank you. So it's very, very important because it's going to make my work very hard if I don't have anything to use. All right, so our time is up. We need to be keeping a certain time on our recordings. So I will be the next episode I'll be talking about bank statements. I'll not talk about them this episode. I'll talk about them on the next episode. All right. So bye for now. I hope you've learned a lot from this particular episode. If you have any questions regarding supply invoices or customer invoices, how the setup should be done, feel free to DM me or just give me a shout, make a comment, let me know, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Suero TV. Thank you. Bye for now.